Hello, it's Haku15 here, right on time for the Ubisoft Forward stream. We're gonna turn this up to start the countdown. I'm quite excited as just recently just got up. First up, Ubisoft Forward. Meet the devs. Set the gums. Luckily I had coffee right before this, so I'm wide awake. Just finished uploading a video, still being uploaded, so that's pretty convenient.
Today's show is all about getting up close and in-depth with all the exciting games we have in production here at Ubisoft.
Please do. Quite excited.
But there's no time to waste. So let's head straight for the streets of futuristic London and see what the hackers of Dead
Yes, Watch Dogs 2. What a good way to start our day.
The illegal painting spreading subversive and hostile messaging over the last few weeks across London.
London is turning into China. Turning into Hong Kong, apparently. Whoa. Ooh, we're starting off big.
Authorities recommend not to approach the individual.
First, they came for the foreigners, and I did not speak out.
Fuck.
I was not a foreigner. Then they came for the protesters.
This is starting to turn like Hong Kong. Holy shit. The Watch Dogs like predicted Hong Kong? Holy crap. Oh, that was tight.
Then they came for the journalists.
Of course.
I did not speak out because I was not a journalist.
God damn, this is tight, dude. The clothing though.
And then they came for street artists.
What year does this game take place?
Speak out because I am not a street artist.
God damn. Is this live action? God, this is really cool. This is really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I'm digging his mask. His mask looks really sick.
And I realised
Ooh.
eventually they'd come for me, and there would be no one left to speak for me.
Nice. Damn. You got cult facial recognition, of course.
Okay, sorry, miss. Jesus! Alright, so we're in a total mess now, so let's get the hell out of here.
And there's nothing more debilitating than that. This way, not to be able to do what you're passionate about.
After a long night, London is in chaos. The main arteries.
Yo, everyone's got their own mask. Oh, that looks so cool.
Well. Welcome to the Resistance. There's a welcome gift for our new members.
But the disappearance of the criminal.
You could have told me it was a bloody costume party.
Sign off.
The new key suspect has been
Wow.
identified as David Ford, a 43-year-old London taxi driver. He has no criminal record, but is currently believed to be a terrorist. People have been asked not to approach.
This looks so cool. I love the mask. Reclaim your future. Okay, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. What a hell of a game to show.
Clint has been a longtime creative force here at Ubisoft, and now he's bringing this vision to Watch Dogs Legion.
So yeah, what we just saw was an amazing short film by the director Alberto Mielgo that was inspired by Watch Dogs Legion and looks at the game and the universe and the characters.
Seriously, this shit feels way too close to Hong Kong, man. Holy fuck. What a timing too. Especially with the new laws that's been passed in Hong Kong. Holy shit. Holy shit.
You literally recruit and play anyone who you see in the open world. You profile people that are interesting to you. You help them with their problem. You play their origin mission.
Just help me get some closure and I'll do whatever you want.
Sounds like a DedSec problem. Leave it to us.
I was at the Ubisoft experience and they were showing off gameplay of this.
You with Albion?
Please, think more underground.
You with Albion?
I'm tickled, but think more.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You're done.
And they make the story not only, you know, unique to them, but unique to you as the player. And
yeah, so every NPC or every characters, they're all different.
What I say to fans, I guess I'd say,
which is really cool.
Take care of yourselves, stay safe. Welcome to the Resistance.
Wear a mask like me.
Our London town, a modern metropolis, built on history and prosperity. Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
Damn right. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Listen up. Get all your units to move in and lock down the city.
Oh my. Get some story?
Under attack by a mysterious terrorist, the government turns to a private military company called Albion to keep everyone safe.
Uh-oh.
What could possibly go wrong?
Fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nigel Cass, CEO of Albion.
Nigel.
He's kindly stepped up to establish order.
Huh.
Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize this.
He will stop it.
Always living PMCs as evil. Which, you know, I like. Like Metal Gear Solid.
To be made truly safe.
Send in the Diamond
Not
Dolls.
the only opportunist who's taken a liking to this fair city.
Of course.
Meet Mary Kelly, head of the most powerful crime syndicate in London.
She's a bad bitch. Oof.
Using the dark web to sell everything from party pills to people.
I see.
This microchip is scary, I know, but I got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I?
You made me a slave.
You do not
Ooh.
ruffle her feathers.
Ooh.
With the city out on its ass, it now falls on you to build a resistance and take back London.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Everyone, faces on, guns out.
Any of the brave Londoners you see walking the streets can be recruited into your team. Like him.
Hell yeah.
Her.
Hell yeah.
Or even her.
I want to play as old lady. Whole entire game plays the old lady.
Secret weapon.
I don't give a shit. Plays the old lady all day.
We need to get some dirt on Nigel Cass, and that means breaking into Albion headquarters inside the Tower of London.
Mm-hmm.
All the hardy souls you see here are people we have recruited from the streets of London. They all have unique abilities, and you're free to tackle this mission with whoever
Yes.
you like.
Hire a tradie. Everyone trusts as a tradie.
Zip up, get to work, and let's never talk about this again.
Yep.
Like everyone in DedSec, Arthur can hack pretty much whatever. But as a construction worker, he has a particular set of tools that make him handy.
Well, like I say, you know, Rule 101, don't fuck with tradies. They will fuck your day up. And they can hover. Tradies can hover. I've seen it before with my own eyes.
When you're not invited. And who needs a regular old gun when you have a bloody nail gun?
And tradies have lots of tools in their sleeves, man. But if you do not fuck with tradies, they will end your life. Big respect out to the tradies out there.
Perhaps we could approach this mission differently. If you'd rather keep your distance, we've got you covered. Amy is a drone expert.
Amy Zhao.
What have we here?
A real tech connoisseur.
Yo, my girl wearing yoga pants.
Hate spiders, but love this one.
What an adorable creepy
Yo, that's Metal Gear as fuck.
Let's class the place up.
A drone expert does have the unique ability to summon their own drone.
This is really cool. I like this.
Fast and stealthy.
She aimed, she fired, she hit.
I'm reading incoming drones.
I'm kind of keen on playing this, honestly. I'm really keen.
She can also hack enemy drones, turning the tide in her favor.
Oh, that's cool.
And if you are not into direct confrontation, there are
I love what a mask, dude. Yes.
Recruiting an Albion officer like Brielle here might be challenging, but it'll get you inside restricted Albion areas.
Don't mind me, just doing recon for a bunch of insurgents.
However,
look at her butt. Look at her butt. Look at that butt.
Bullet in the back of her head.
You've been approved for entry.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the defense minister on the line right now.
Oh.
If you feel you must.
Oh, fuck! PMCs don't fuck around.
Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists.
Okay.
Next up, we're crashing Mary Kelly's organ farming operation and putting a stop to it.
What if?
That's good. The buyers expect.
What if the PMCs were the terrorists? What if Dare were doing this?
Not for this.
Impairing our frontal lobe again, are we?
Bags, don't disturb me in my natural habitat.
I feel like I know who the true enemy is. I feel like the PMCs are the real terrorists. Maybe they planned it all along, the bombing and everything. Hell yeah. A Superman punch.
He does have a slight drinking problem, though.
Yeah.
And he's passed out. Oh, we'll come back to him.
I like that.
You know what? Let's go with someone a bit more professional.
Yes. It's John Wick.
It's almost crass to call him a hitman.
Pew! Pew! Dude, hi John Wick. Done. Pew! Pew 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 pew!
Some might even call him an artist.
Nice. That's so cool. Yeah, the combat's really fluid. Damn! Damn! That was sick. That was smooth. Smooth transitioning.
In London is a legendary assassin or a super spy, but everyone can be a hero.
Hell yeah. That was sick. That was a wrestling move. You use paintball guns? Can you like do a non-lethal approach? I'll be mad.
It's time to take back
I like that a lot. Wow, October 29th, 2020, nice.
Plunging the player into a living, breathing city teeming with unique locales and characters has always been a central pillar of the Watch Dogs series.
So what goes into building those worlds? Here's Amanda Munt to tell us more.
We get to ride a bike?
My name's Amanda Munt. I'm a level artist on Watch Dogs Legion at Ubisoft Toronto. Being a level artist, I think, is the coolest job in video games.
Definitely.
because we
I
get the freedom
really
to
admire
kinda, like,
level artists
pick
like
and
a
choose
lot.
what little
Holy
details
crap.
we want to depict, and we get
Level
ample
artists are
opportunities
just
to
amazing.
tell the stories that we want to tell in the spaces that we're assigned to. I have the capacity to hide things and, like small little Easter eggs.
Oh, of course.
In AC Unity, there was a boat somewhere in the world that was covered in cats. And then it happened again in Watch Dogs 2, and there may or may not be something in London that is a boat filled with cats in some capacity. I was fortunate enough to go to E3 last year. Some of the people that I was showing our demo to were from London, so no matter where I dropped them in the city, they would go, "Oh my god, this feels like Camden. This feels like Southwark. This feels like Westminster." When people are talking about some detail that I've put into the world and they're excited about it, like that feels so good as somebody who, builds these worlds with care. I love it.
Level artists, man. Gotta give them big respect. They're really, really cool.
And now some news for Brawlhalla fans. In just a few
What's
weeks,
Brawlhalla?
you'll be able to battle it out with your favorite legends on iOS and Android devices.
Three, two, one, brawl!
Customize your controls. Ooh. Crossplay with everyone, nice. Whoa. Holy shit. There was a lot of guest characters there, holy fuck. This is the biggest crossover. I saw Adventure Time.
Whether you need a Tom Clancy action fix on the go, or want to dive back into one of the most beloved fantasy franchises in gaming, we've got you covered.
What's that? What is it? Mighty Magic. Boop, 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 boop. Ooh. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, you're welcome. Everyone's literally just watching this. I'm just checking on my phone and everyone's just literally watching this. Antigone. Next.
The target is being held on the ground floor.
Ooh. Excuse me? Excuse me? What? What is this? Elite Squad. Doc? Why am I seeing Rainbow Six characters? And I saw like the dude from Ghost Recons? What?
Contact.
Oh my god.
Request air support.
One
Northeast
take no.
Roger. Inbound. Danger close.
I need an EMP deployed now.
EMP imminent.
Oh my god, Sam! Oh, there he goes.
Get back in your cell.
Oh my god. What? There he is, my man. Big boss himself.
Don't make me regret this.
What? Elite Squad? Fuck it. I'm in. Pre-register now and get the M. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. It's an
Speaking
app.
of Tom Clancy,
It's a
it's
fucking
been
app.
5 years since Rainbow Six Siege first launched, and the community has never been stronger. In celebration of this milestone, Ubisoft Montreal has put together a special video to thank all of the amazing players.
Fuck it.
and
I'm playing it.
developers that have
I'm
helped
playing
Siege
it.
become the
Elite
game it
Squad.
is today.
Yes. I don't give a shit. I'm doing it. I'm playing it. Fuck everything. I'm playing it. Ooh.
In December 2015, a small team released Rainbow Six Siege. A game built on a strong vision,
Yes.
creativity, competitiveness, and team play.
Pour le joueur, le 1er décembre, c'est un début, mais pour nous aussi. Il faut tout de suite s'engager et dire aux joueurs, ce jeu est installé, tu peux t'y installer aussi, et nous serons là.
That original vision was quickly adopted by our passionate community, propelling it to a whole new level.
I got it! I got it!
This is such a special moment, and
I need to get back playing that game, man.
anniversary of Rainbow Six now, game being stronger than ever, more players today than we had in the past.
Yeah.
Means the world to us.
But we also had our share of challenges.
Health that touches upon subjects like matchmaking, connectivity.
Gotta recheck everything.
These aspects are
Yep.
absolutely critical to the experience of the player.
We're good.
Through it all, we're always driven by you, our community, and together.
Cosmic community. Hell yeah.
There is no sequel plan, and we're here for the next 10 years, so expect more Rainbow Six in your life for quite some time.
Look at this.
Oh, look at that. There was a recruit.
Tous les succès, c'est vraiment le résultat.
Oh, the cosplays.
Que de vous. Ce jeu, il est autant le vôtre qu'il est le nôtre, nous, l'équipe de développement.
There's no subtitles there. I can't read. I can't translate that.
We're just getting started.
Pew, pew, pew.
From the devs that build the game to the community that plays it, thank you.
You're welcome.
If you haven't tried it yet, dive into our new Operation Steel Wave update available now and take Ace and Malusi out for a spin.
Oh yeah.
A few days ago, we introduced y'all to a brand new multiplayer shooter. Now, it's time to venture into the hyperscape.
Oh, Hyperscape. Heard a little bit about it. What is Hyperscape? Oh shit. Oh fuck. Okay. Oh.
What was that?
What was the
Hack in a hyperscape. That's not supposed to be there.
Yeah. Cause
Let me get you
hackers.
up to speed, okay?
She looks cute though. Fuck.
About 30 years ago, everything that we feared about our future started to come true.
Yeah.
Some good decisions. We made some bad decisions.
It's a robot.
Actually, we made a lot of bad decisions.
VR cow.
Here we are. 10 billion souls living in the crush of the megacities.
Mm-hmm.
But the people at Prisma changed everything.
Uh-oh.
They gave everyone a way out.
Oh yeah.
The hyperscape. In the hyperscape, the biggest draw by far is Crown Rush.
Ooh.
This is where anyone can become someone.
This looks fun. Oh my god. Yee 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 yee. Sorry, I'm getting excited. Oh my god! Pew, 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 pew. Sorry, I get really excited. No one has ever seen me excited like this before. Oh my god.
If you get good at Crown Rush, it can change your life. But strange things have been happening lately.
Oh yeah.
Rumors of people getting hurt.
Uh-oh.
Users disappearing from the real world.
Uh-oh.
A darker secret lies at the heart of Hyperscape.
Fuck.
And we have to find it. Some of us are searching for a way up.
Ooh.
Some of us for a way out. And for others, a new way altogether.
Everyone looks so
That's
cool.
what brings us to the edge of the future. To the Hyperscape.
I'm JC.
I want to play it. I want to play it.
JC's work on Far Cry Primal and multiple Prince of Persia titles has established him as a top creative here at Ubisoft.
For me, what's exciting is we started building it from scratch, seeing it grow, adding ideas is really cool.
Hello, contender.
Yum.
Welcome to the Hyperscape.
Female
It takes place in
robot.
2054. It's in a future where humanity has grown a little darker. One of the companies there, they are launching what's called the Hyperscape, which is a virtual world and the internet of the future. It's the place where everything converges. Within the virtual world, there is a battle royale that takes place in the virtual city of Neo Arcadia.
Oh.
Then we also introduce a lot of new things. You get the opportunity to do parkour on the rooftops, to go into interiors where it's
This
much
looks
more
really
narrow,
fun.
much more stressful. You get to go to the landmarks where there's more opportunities to get cool items.
I'm assuming there's VR support for this as well.
Risk-reward kind of deal. We introduce the notion of hacks, special abilities that you can pick up on the fly to adapt your tactics. With hacks, you can do things like teleport yourself.
Hacks!
You can wrap
Kick
yourself
him!
into a ball and bounce around the battlefield.
Cool.
So a lot of abilities that let you have fun, that are toys that you can play with.
I want to explore the world, to be honest.
Finally, it's made as a spectacle, so all the viewers will be able to interact with the game on different levels.
I want to create my character. Thick femboy character, please.
What effect they want to affect the whole battle. So things like changing the gravity, infinite ammo, or stuff like that. So players, while this happens, really have to adapt to all kinds of stuff that is happening.
Mm.
So for me, it's really exciting because right now, as we speak, we're launching the open beta, and so it's going to be available for free-to-play for all PC players.
That looks really fun.
I really want to thank all the players, all the streamers, and all the viewers who participated in tech test and who will participate in the open beta. Here's a short glimpse of what you can expect.
Ooh.
Watch and learn how it's done.
Ooh, yes. Perfecto.
Showtime.
Pow, pow. Katana.
Let's show them what I'm made of. Go time.
This looks really cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. I want to play.
Watch closely. Here we go.
Hmm. Whoa. Ooh. Open beta? Oh shit. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. I'm hella
The
down.
digital world of the Hyperscape gave our artists and developers incredible freedom when it came to designing characters.
Production manager Ana Maria Musca is going to take us behind the scenes of character design.
My name is Ana Maria Musca. I'm the production manager for characters and weapons on Hyperscape. We have paid an exceptional amount of detail to our characters. We switch different outfits,
I love the concept
different
arts,
fashion
man.
statements, different tattoos,
Give me more of
different
those video game
materials
concept
until we
arts.
see them as real individuals, as real people. So the second you pick a character, you see them in game, you understand what their motivations are and what drives them and what challenges them. This was the first lineup of characters. This is our default base, but Even starting from the hair down, everything has been meticulously thought of. Would this person actually like this
Oh,
type of
she
outfit with this type of
bad.
skin? Enjoy the type of tattoos that we're putting on them? Will they actually like to be in this body? Each season, we plan to produce new outfits for these characters.
Ooh.
So we're hoping some of our players are gonna see the effort and maybe even correlate some of the accessories to what's gonna happen in the game.
They
We're
look
very
cool.
excited to see it in people's hands.
They look really cool.
As we move into the next generation of gaming, Ubisoft has been working closely with console makers to take advantage of all the extraordinary capabilities these new consoles will offer.
Now we have a special guest to tell us a little more.
Hey everyone, Phil Spencer from Xbox. With Watch Dogs Legion, Ubisoft is supporting smart delivery. So you will get the absolute best version of the game on any version of Xbox you're playing on.
Damn right.
On Series X, you'll get to take advantage of the amazing work the team has done with DirectX ray tracing to create an absolutely immersive version of London like you've never seen before. Ubisoft has a unique ability to create immersive worlds, setting a new bar that continues to drive our industry forward. I'm a huge fan of Assassin's Creed. I love the time I've spent exploring the world in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I can't wait for you to see the gameplay from Assassin's Creed Valhalla that's coming up now.
Yes.
We know you've been waiting to hear more about this game since it was announced back in April. And now it's time for a deep dive into the world of Vikings.
Come on, man.
My name is Julien Laferrière, and I'm the producer of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So a couple of weeks ago, we announced Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and the reaction from the fans was just amazing. The time period of Vikings is really, really inspiring. When we did our research, we found that, they were not mindless barbarians. Vikings were actually farmers trying to find new lands for them to settle. And so they had really human motivations. So for us to have this
I'm not really good with Viking history, but I guess, sure.
Separate ourselves from the myths and the folklore is really something that drove us to make this game. The team went to Norway and England to take the same roads that the Vikings did, to really experience what it meant to be a Viking at that time.
Oh man, that looks fun.
Leaving Norway, which is barren but majestic, and just coming by boat in England and see those rolling green hills full of sheep, full of life, is just this moment that most likely the Vikings felt as well. You need to see this land of opportunity. And this is exactly the feeling we want players to experience in this game. It is a personal adventure, it is the story of Eivor, a Viking chieftain. Eivor is either a male or a female. You decide when you start.
Oh, okay.
England, because you just can't live in Norway anymore. There's too much political pressure, no resources available.
Yeah.
Obviously, in England, it's full of Anglo-Saxons and other people, and they don't really want you there. So you will have to fight your way there to kind of your own settlement and see your clan prosper.
Of course.
Vikings were brutal warriors.
Shield!
Yeah. Of course, brutal as fuck.
They were mastering a lot of weapons coming from the medieval times, really inspired us to kind of revamp the fight system, to leverage the brutality and the intensity of Viking combat. Vikings were not only fighting face to face, they were masters of stealth and deception when needed. They used basically any sort of tactics they could use to win the battle. So we want to portray the full range of combat that you can imagine coming from the Vikings.
I'm kind of waiting for any Viking or history YouTubers to do any, videos on this game.
We are very
any
finally be able to show you the game we're all been working on. So please
any true or false
dive into Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
In-game footage, work in progress.
In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you will relive the epic saga of the Viking invasion of England.
Oh hell yeah! Ooh! Don't know if that's true there, but whatever.
A Viking from Norway.
Yum.
Who will lead his or her battle-hardened warriors across the North
Legit.
Sea to the British.
Rule 34 artist, get in there.
Eivor is driven by an ambitious goal.
Looks like she's got abs underneath.
In a hostile land.
For the good of our clan, it is time we go a Viking. Today we raid, that tomorrow we may build.
England is a dark age tangle of broken kingdoms and warring dynasties. A land of opportunity and riches.
I hope they got the Viking accents down.
Rivers by longship. You may raid locations you spot from the shoreline.
Yeah, raid.
And blow your horn to lead your raiding crew into battle.
Burn down the village. Nice. Revive.
Your crew will assist you in all your raids, fighting enemies, battering.
Oh, that's cool.
And stealing cargo too heavy for one set of arms.
Oh, mad.
Whatever riches and resources you pillage may be used to develop your settlement, giving you access to useful.
I always love games where I can build my own settlements.
And new settlers.
I will call it Outer Heaven.
Is the Alliance map. It will serve as a record of the allies you have made, and a guide for future opportunities. The Viking Age was a time of warriors and legends.
Fuck yeah.
In Valhalla, you will find the largest variety of enemies ever assembled in an Assassin's Creed game.
Nice. Ooh, you see that?
Every archetype offers a unique challenge. Some will coordinate with their allies for special attacks, while others will use nearby objects to their advantage, including the bodies of fallen warriors.
Holy shit!
To face these attacks, you must find and exploit your opponent's weaknesses to gain the upper hand.
Oh, that's sick. I really like that.
With a host of brutal new combat abilities.
Brutal.
Snare them with a Viking.
Oh, that's sick.
Pummel them with throwing axes. Incapacitate them with the new stun system to keep them at a distance.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really liking this so far. This is kinda cool.
Dual wield any two weapons you wish.
Can I do it with two shields?
Deadly combination of attacks. Customize your fighting style as you see fit, and become a legendary Viking warrior.
This is kinda cool, I'm not gonna lie. This is really cool. Fuck!
All combinations of weapons are available to dual wield, including two shields.
Holy shit, really? Yes! 2 shields! I was right! Oh!
Not all situations call for violence.
Of course.
In this new land,
Get the hoodie.
a Viking must find
Get the hoodie
a way
out.
to adapt. As Eivor is not welcome in England, you may need to
She's too hot for them, you know?
avoiding unwanted
She's too hot.
towns and bustling cities. Use Eivor's hood and cloak to blend with crowds.
Oh, I just want to watch Eivor make bread.
An unseen hunter.
I want to eat her bread, please. Make me bread.
From capital cities and villages to the dense forests and rolling hills of England.
That looks cool.
Exploration is vital
That looks
to keep
beautiful.
yourself sharp. You must
Oh,
thrive
they
to
look
learn
cute!
and hope to endure.
Can I find cats?
Hunt and forage to replenish your health and
Oof. The big wolf. No! Keep the wolf.
search pagan temples and Roman ruins for new activities and challenges to strengthen yourself and your settlement.
I'm very curious what kind of first civilization technology they'll find.
England's secrets you will reveal.
Yeah.
Ravens, show no mercy!
Yeah!
But as you push deeper into England, the enemy will push back.
Oh yeah.
In a series of climactic moments, Assassin's Creed Valhalla will feature massive assaults in which you will lead Eivor's army into battle against heavily guarded Saxon fortresses.
Cool.
We will reclaim her. Today we fight for your land. And tomorrow, we rebuild!
For Istanbul.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla will transport you to wondrous and haunted lands, inspired by Norse myths and Indian pagan roots. It will challenge and surprise, with unforgettable characters, thrilling triumphs, and tragic losses, giving you the chance to live your own Viking saga.
This is so cool. This is really cool. This is really, really cool. Alright, I'm down. I'm sold. I want to play November 17th. Damn.
9th century England is truly unlike anything the franchise has seen before. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will release this holiday season on Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Stadia.
Stadia? Ew.
Wrapping up today,
What about the
before we
Switch,
go,
dude?
our CEO Yves Guillemot is here to share a few words.
I hope you will have enjoyed what you have seen today, and that you will love playing these games. I am proud of our teams for delivering an ambitious, broad, and creative lineup of games. And we haven't shown you everything yet. In fact, we have a lot more to come. So you will have another Ubisoft Forward to reveal even more about our upcoming games. But before ending this show, we have one more thing to share with you.
Oh, yes. Wait. Is it good and evil? No? Where's good and evil beyond, my dude? What is this? I see guns. I see stuff. Seriously, what the fuck is it? What? I mean, this is looking really beautiful. I like this, but Hitman? What? Is it a new Ghost Recon? New Rainbow Six? I'm just guessing here, oh my god. New Siege? I need to know. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh shit, okay. Holy shit. Uh-oh.
It's beautiful, Miguel. Perfect, but useless.
Oh.
I have something for you, Diego. Give me your hands.
Papa.
Now, the grenade is simple. It has 4 basic parts. The shell, which contains the explosive.
Uh-oh.
The fuse, the handle, and of course, the pin.
Fuck.
What are you doing?
Breathe. The pin simply holds the handle in place. It is only when you let go that this grenade goes boom.
Fuck. Holy shit.
I am El Presidente, which means that someday you will be El Presidente. And our people, they do not know how to be happy.
Does this still take place during the main Far Cry timeline?
Indecision, strangled by their own freedoms.
Like the post-nuclear apocalypse in America, but in another different country?
What's best for them if you only want to save them from themselves. They will hate you, Diego. Everything you say, do, believe, will be wrong.
Holy shit, dude. Fuck.
They will answer you with screams. Call you evil. A monster. And give you this. So you tell me, are you evil? Are you a monster? Because our country is like this grenade, except it has two basic parts. Our people. And you must clutch them nice and tight, or we all go boom.
Fuck, dude. Holy shit. Oh no, the car! The car that he made! Where's Diego? I feel like we Fuck, dude. Wow. Next year, huh? February 18th. Whew. Got goosebumps from that, man.
And with that, we're wrapping up our first Ubisoft Forward. Today, we've seen the next generation of Assassin's Creed, the birth of a resistance in Watch Dogs Legion, the cyber chaos of Hyperscape,
Oh yeah.
and the epic reveal of Far Cry's newest installment, along with so much more.
Wow.
Remember, we'll be back later this year with another Ubisoft Forward filled with tons of game news and updates.
Oh, sweet.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you. That was amazing. Oh. Guys, I got goosebumps. I got chills. So far, I really like what I saw. This was a good stream.
Welcome to the Ubisoft Forward post show. My name is Ubisoft.
Post show.
This is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We're going to take a deep dive into about 30 minutes of gameplay, and we're joined by a very special guest here.
Hey everyone, this is Philippe Bergeron, otherwise known as Fizz. I am the quest director on Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Ooh.
So Fizz, we're setting up here for what looks like an epic encounter. Tell us exactly what's going on here.
Yeah, so here we're midway through the quest that we're showing for UB Forward. Here we're looking at the assault of Berg Castle. So these are
we're starting.
moments that
Yo, we're starting.
sort of culminate at the end of the story. And so here Avar, our Viking raider, is taking a group of raiders and Fyrds into Berg Castle to go and take down Rued and his clan.
So who exactly is Rued, and why does Eivor sort of want to pick a fight with him?
Basically, Rued comes into play about halfway through this story arc, where at the beginning of the arc, this is something that happens before, Rued basically caused a lot of turmoil within the territory, and Oswald, who's the sort of elderman to inherit this territory, needs your help to take him down. Oswald having just been defeated in a previous quest, and so here this is revenge, but also accomplishing your ultimate goal.
So Fizz, as you're talking, we're seeing some of the combat of Valhalla. Can you tell us a little bit about the changes to combat this time around?
We wanted to basically add a lot of new mechanics to it. So we added like some dual wielding for the player, like a stun system in there, and we really needed to do this to sort of portray that sort of the brutality that comes with being a Viking in this day and age. So it sort of fits into that the time.
Cool. 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 Even cooler.
Oswald, he lives.
Ooh.
Oswald lives!
Yeah!
Shut your ass, twig spine!
Here, Eivor has taken her entire army through the assault, and finally, it's revealed that our Elderman, our ally, Oswald, is still alive, and Rued has him captive.
So this is what it comes to, Wolfkist? 2 Danes fighting over a filthy Saxon whoreson?
Oh, they in love.
This swine is your prize. Come and get him.
Ooh. Love interest going on.
So now that we've seen that Oswald is alive, we have Rued within our sights. What's the next step here?
So the next move for Eivor is to finally face off against Rued. She has her allies. They can take care of the rest of the army. Now it's time to go one-on-one against Rued in one of our boss battles, actually.
Your battle is not yet won, Oswald.
And it's worth pointing out, actually, that here what we're showing is the
I think
going and facing off against Rued.
I recognize the voice actor for Eivor.
To support a 360 degree.
She sounds really familiar. Very, very familiar.
Just a little bit more stealthy and gotten at least like a good critical hit on either Rued or his wolf, and so you can play this a little bit more strategically if that's your playstyle.
So we're not only fighting Rued here, but also his pet wolf, right?
Aww,
Oh,
Wolfie.
The wolf first, just focus fire on him. It takes at least one opponent out of the combat. Now, Rued will have extra abilities that come into play if you do eliminate his wolf, but I think having one opponent less in the battlefield makes for a good strategy in the whole.
Ooh, what the fuck? Holy shit!
Only the cold dark of Niflheim awaits you.
Niflheim.
Alas, my destiny. That fate will not be met today. Why does they should be ruled, wolf-kissed? Made thralls, not treated as equals. We are better than this, than all of them.
Oh.
Do not drag me down to the sewage you wallow in.
We just again fight tooth and nail for a Saxon. You'd throw in with these wastrels? These arrogant swine?
Eivor, no! He should be tried before God, a lawful assembly.
Alright, so we've defeated Rued, we freed Oswald. What comes next?
Oswald, in this case, prefers for Rued to be kept alive, and so you basically have to choose, are you going to go against his witches or stay true to your nature?
So we have this choice to make, but before we get into that, I want to rewind a little bit because we just did this big, grand assault, but Eivor couldn't have done it alone. She clearly had to recruit some folks along the way, get some troops, get some allies. So let's actually rewind and see how we went about first gathering those troops.
Right, so when coming up to an assault, it's a game of numbers. Eivor can go into pretty much any location and be a stealthy Viking, eliminating some of the assets, which ultimately would be a strategy. You can do that, and you'll have some of the ingredients or of the assets there that will have been sabotaged, but you still need an army. So here what we're seeing is Eivor going around the countryside and raising what we call a fyrd, which is the men and the women of the territory who come up and fight in the name of a king. So here Eivor is going around and trying to convince people to fight in the name of Oswald to finally take down the oppressor that is Rued.
Defending East Anglia, defending you. Will you not do the same?
What? Die in defense of a lost cause?
Yeah, so she's really using like the image and like the leadership that Oswald had, what he meant to the people. In his name, she's going to recruit these people.
Pretty words, Dane. But the men of Theovard have their own battles to fight.
So we're told by this Reeve that there are troops, there are allies that he could add to our cause, but first we sort of need to do him a favor, is that right?
Yeah, so obviously these people have been run down by Rued and the impact he's had on the territory, so I think a lot of these people have sort of lost hope. And so you need to show them that there is hope. And so here, Eivor is basically helping them take back one of their prized locations by taking a couple men and raiding a nearby township, basically taking it back for the people and showing that there's a reason to continue fighting and then get them on your side.
So there's a lead up, of course. Of course there's a lead up. I'm just heavily invested into this right now. I really like how the environment looks. It looks so gothic and just
When
cool.
Eivor does this, obviously you have access to a full
It's like a
suite
gothic
of
Assassin's
abilities.
Creed.
So again, the improvements that we've done to the fight system. You have some brutal axe throwing in there. You have archery or like range combat abilities in there as well. So really, again, like depending on what your playstyle is, you can customize your loadout and go in there how you wish.
Fizz, we just saw this giant pulse go out. What exactly was that?
So that is actually what we call the Odin sight. The Odin sight is
The
basically
Odin
our
sight!
interpretation of the Eagle Vision from previous games, and we thought it was good to sort of bring that back. It's basically Eivor's intuition. It's how she perceives the world. When the player uses that, it'll highlight basically interactive objects, like things that will bring her an advantage. So we'll have arrows, like health consumables that are in there. So it really is like a good way of sort of understanding the world and showing you like things that you can go and touch.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of things we can touch, we just picked up this awesome new weapon.
It's something we wanted to play with on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where we have fewer weapons in the game, but you can invest in them more.
Yes.
They become your weapon. And so depending what your preferred playstyle is or your preferred weapon type, then you can go and choose, I'm gonna fight with this weapon and invest heavily into that.
Not only are we looting weapons, but we see something here called the Book of Knowledge. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
They unlock skills for the players. So here you can see the Valkyrie dive that has just been unlocked. We have these spread out throughout the world. So again, to promote exploration and discovery. As you travel through the world and you explore locations, you can find these books that will add abilities that you can go and invest in, put into your loadout, then go into the different locations or the different quests in the game and use those depending on what your playstyle is.
Now we've recaptured this village, we've secured more troops for our assault. Let's jump back now and figure out what we want to do with Rued.
Live!
The rightful king of East Anglia has spared your life today, and so it will be.
What a sore loser!
Compassion is a virtue suited for anyone, Eivor, including you. Thank you.
Now kiss.
Eivor decided to let him live. Rued is really angry about that. Being a Norse Viking, being put to the death in battle is your road to Valhalla. So he was basically denied access to Valhalla in this situation. Obviously, all of these decisions come into play later on in the game, so we have very difficult decisions for the player to make. We didn't want to have easy decisions.
Yeah, you know, when I was playing, I decided to listen to Oswald and spare Rued's life, but what exactly is the relationship like between Eivor and Oswald?
So the relationship between Eivor and Oswald is an alliance. It's basically Eivor is surrounded by territories that initially getting into England
Finor.
and obviously if you want to set up a new settlement, you want to make sure that your neighbor is friendly. So here in East Anglia, Oswald is the man for the job, where putting him into a position of power would help her sort of secure her territory. So earlier on to the territory, Eivor comes in here, meets Oswald. The problems he had with Rued are sort of put to light, and going through the arc, you basically
more
help him
kissies
deal with Rued and aligning basically Danes with Saxons.
Yo, Valdis looking good too. She bad bitch.
So, Fizz,
I thought Eivor and Oswald was a thing, but nah, these two. Oswald has good taste. He has very good taste. Likes big women. It's a good man. Northwick.
That sounds great.
So we see a cat here with
Oh!
a speech bubble above it, and you best believe if you let me talk to a cat, I'm gonna talk to a cat.
Yeah, these are some of our some of my favorite moments actually in the game, where we put out a whole bunch of events throughout the territory. And it sort of rewards, again, exploration, going around. It's a chance for us also to sort of showcase a different side of Eivor. A lot of the quests sort of deal more with like politics and warfare, and this shows a slightly more human nature to her. So it permits us to explore that
Yeah,
character.
catch that cat. Catch the little shit. Meow.
And so here, basically, like you're trying to help a kid with his cat, and ultimately get that cat to sort of join your crew as a cat raider.
You just
What?
said cat raider
What?
way too casually. You're telling me I could have a cat Viking raider on my lawn?
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
Oh my god!
Oh
yes,
my god! Look at that, it's so cute.
So yeah, as you're riding around the rivers of England, you would see a cat basically walking around your longship, keeping your Viking raiders company.
You know, speaking
my
of the Viking
gosh.
longship, we're seeing some of that gameplay here now. Can you talk a little bit about how that works and functions in Valhalla?
Yeah, so starting out on this project, I think the Viking longship is
there's a
one
little,
of the
little
biggest
physics
images that we
happening.
all have when we think about Vikings in our game. And so Vikings had this awesome design for longship that had a very shallow hull, so it permitted them to go very far inland very quickly, and you could basically disembark Viking raiders like on pretty much any shore. We added that into the game where you can basically sail up to any location and then just decide to disembark with your guys and raid a location, loot all its treasure, get back in the ship, and then continue
Ooh, smart.
sailing down the river to your next opportunity.
So I know past Assassin's Creed games allowed for songs and things like that to be sung on ships. Will Valhalla have a similar version of that?
Yeah, so this is something we actually wanted the crew of your ship to become like your home away from home. So we added stories and songs into
This
the
is
ship.
beautiful.
So basically, as the player is going around, you could decide to have your skalds sort of sing a song for you as you row down the river. But you can also decide, depending on who the raiders are in your ship, to hear more about their life. So you can actually queue up stories, and they'll give you a little bit more background on who they are. So you get to know your sort of fighters as you're traveling around the world, which is a cool moment.
This is
So
beautiful,
here we're
man.
seeing a bit of a different view. What exactly are we looking at?
We had this on previous Assassin's
Oh,
Creed.
the
You
ducks.
would like ride on your horse, and you could pull out, have the horse sort of follow the track. We have a similar thing for the ship where you can put up your sails. It's cruise control for the ship, so
Nice.
you can pull back, take in the scenery, listen to some songs or some stories, and just take it all in.
This is so good. This is
So,
beautiful.
speaking of Viking songs, we have an activity here that's not exactly singing, but kind of related, right?
Yeah, so here what we have is what we call flighting, which was an activity that Norse people would partake in. They would like to have a battle of wits and sort of poetry where insults would be thrown back and forth between each other. The idea was to try and have a good insult, but also to have a good rhythm and a good rhyme in there. So it's basically a precursor to rap battles.
Here's the silver. Now begin.
To all those whom I speak, they say Eivor's a clod.
Then you're speaking to fools and their knowledge is flawed.
Well,
how exactly do you go about being successful in one of these?
The trick behind a good flight was to choose the right insult, identifying the right cadence, and then trying to find what rhymed the best.
Ooh.
Interesting. Silent whispers all claim that you're terribly dense.
Then you've clearly misheard them. My wit is immense.
Looked out with that one.
You know what this is? Early rapping.
Well, what a surprise. Eivor of the Raven Clan.
Medieval raps.
I'm shocked.
Don't believe everything you hear, unless it touches on my flighting. Then heed every word.
Take the coin.
So now that we've proven our sharp tongue and wit, it's time for a more relaxing activity. So we're fishing here.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's it. So we gave Eivor a fishing line, so you can actually throw out a line and go catch some fish. This is used basically to play into our new health loop, where the player will lose health in the world, and it doesn't automatically regenerate like we would have in the past. So you actually have to go out and get some supplies. So
Get some
you'll find
grub.
mushrooms and some food that you can gather. But here, like you can also catch some fish and consume that to regain some health. We also will sometimes have it in certain quests. So it's a good way to sort of chill out on the side of the water and just again take it all in.
Get some nice grub in there, girl. Gotta eat,
So
sleep,
this is
and
what
fight.
we call one of our offering altars.
Sleep, eat,
So
fight.
the idea is
Sleep,
that
eat,
you
fight.
find these around the world and you make offerings to it. So it'll take like animal parts and stuff that you can find
Giggle,
around the
giggle.
world. Here, what you're seeing though is sort of like a fancy version of it, where as you do your offering, you get interrupted by some kids that basically come and steal your stuff. So it's just a way for us to sort of showcase that, like, the systems and the activities in the world can sort of play in with some quests and some little events. So it's our way to sort of dress up these moments and make it all fit inside the whole experience.
Yeah, this seemed like a really sort of unexpected turn for what I thought was going to be kind of a simple interaction.
Yeah, and it's really what we were trying to do with these events is to give another dimension to Eivor, other than just, you know, the pure rar Viking or the politician. Because you can imagine at some point that will grow old if you're always telling that version of the character. So it lets us really go into the depth of who is Eivor, what motivates her, how she can interact with the world outside of warfare and politics.
Hmm.
And it also showcases like a different facet of the world at the same time. It's not only Eivor, so it just widens the breadth of the stories that we can tell.
So who exactly are these two children?
These are kids of East Anglia. They are going through tough times with whatever Rued's been doing to the territory, and so they're just here trying to survive and basically exploit the people that are there to make offerings.
It was kind of nice to see that Eivor wasn't really necessarily upset at them for stealing, and, you know, after you talk to them, you have the choice of helping them. You can, you know, give them food, give them some money, or, you know, maybe just say, hey, good luck, on your way.
Yeah, and then this is something we also wanted to do a lot. Like, so here we're doing an event, we do it in quests as well, but we want to give a lot of this agency into players' hands so that they can sort of shape Eivor a little bit. Who she is, so it represents them a little bit more, and they can role play that a little bit better. And again, it just gives her like a little bit more humanity in these moments.
What large walkers should do. Provide for small walkers.
Yee.
Here, large walker.
A necklace.
Yes, it's a St. Martin seal. You're welcome here anytime, large walker. You're one of us now. Visit us, okay?
I will. Take care now, small green walkers.
Aww, that was actually really cute.
So I think AC veterans might recognize this here, but what exactly is Eivor chasing down?
Yeah, so here you're seeing Eivor running down one of her tattoo images. So this is challenging the player on free run abilities, but also for fans of the series, sort of pulling out their
I forgot about
some
free running stuff. I was just focused on this is a Viking game.
Yes, by collecting these tattoos, you actually bring them back to your settlement, and then you can customize different body parts, having different tattoos everywhere.
That's
so
cool.
Again, another form of expression, and it's sort of to represent that Viking culture.
Fizz, one of my favorite things when I was just out there exploring East Anglia was coming upon a house or a building and realizing that there was a chest inside, but that there was no easy way in. And in this case, I saw all the doors were barred, but I knew that because there was a chest in there must have been some way to get inside. So I went around the back and, you know, found a way in.
Yeah, I'm glad you actually caught on to that. You're pointing at something that we wanted to work on a lot on Valhalla, where we wanted the exploration to make you feel smarter. So we played a lot with puzzle solving, so making sure that every house that you find sort of appeals to you, like it draws your attention, and then when you want to come and explore, it's not It's not given to you.
Oh,
You still have to work for it a little bit. So
story.
it'll challenge you on your observation skills, logic, just trying to find how do I get into this. So we play a lot with level design, quest design to offer challenges to players, and you basically come out of it like with a better feeling for the exploration, but you also get to see more of a story behind any of these locations which we've crafted. So it gave us a little bit more time to sort of slow down the experience and tell a different version of a story.
A poor victim of someone's fury.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, speaking about exploration and just finding things out in the world, I was just wandering and came across this clearing and found this kind of morbid altar.
Yeah, so this is one of our bigger events that we have scattered in the world. So as Eivor explores, she can find altars like this, and by interacting with them, here it's a trap that's been set by this character named Regan. Now, there's a bigger story behind all this. There's multiple steps to it later on. So this is one of the moments. It permits us to go into a slightly more mystical realm and play with a boss fight that has more magical abilities, if we will, and basically have this awesome boss
That thing
fight
looks
in the
so
middle of the
good.
swamps.
That thing looks so good. Oh, that's
So
pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty
on the mystical
cool.
side of things. What's happening is Eivor at the beginning in that trap is poisoned, and so she starts sort of hallucinating, seeing the world in a sort of different light and filter, and so that's sort of what lets us go into the realm of the weird.
Spirit of my father's rage, fill me!
Rawr. What an interesting boss fight. Really cool too. I really like this. Damn. Really interesting character design as well.
So we just saw here that Regan belongs to something called the Daughters of Lyrium?
Yeah, that's correct. By finding the other daughters, you'll get a little bit more backstory on who they are, so we don't want to spoil that too much. But it creates like a sort of greater story that is not on the main path in any way, but it is still very rich and adds to the lore of this world and actually plays into history.
So we just had a really exciting, really intense boss battle. I think it's time for something a little bit more relaxing and calming now.
Yeah, it's all about pacing yourself with the highs and the lows. So here we have a low chill moment of what we call building a cairn. So Eivor, as she explores the world, will find these sort of meditative areas where you have a pile of rocks that you could just stack on on top of another using physics. And I mean, yeah, the ultimate goal is to try and get the highest pile of rocks, but really it's about taking in the sights, relaxing, taking a step back, and just building something.
Together we stack stones into cairns.
These?
Yes. Think of this as a test of mind and wit.
Fuck!
Cairn stones high and wide into any shape you like.
I mean, you can spend as much time as you want on these things, making them as high as you want, as weird as you want. I'm sure, like, a lot of these stuff will end up on the internet, like people comparing structures.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is that once you've built it and you decide to get out of it, it sort of stays there, and so that's yours, right? And until the moment where you come back and you want to build a new one, it's sort of cool that we were able to give that to players to express themselves.
At this point in the demo, we've explored East Anglia.
Fuck yeah!
We've met some children.
Cairn
We've broken into a house. We fought a boss. We built a cairn. I think now it's finally time to go and head off to Oswald's wedding.
Yeah, so
Oswald's
this
wedding!
it's all been building up to. By the moment you get into the territory, it's sort of like mentioned by Oswald that he's trying to get married with his Dane lady. And so as you go through the arc, that's sort of like the underlying thread. Really, it's about Rued creating turmoil in the territory, and Oswald sort of get above that and show that he's a good leader. And so you finally, after going through all of that arc, finally get these two together, go through their wedding, and you're invited to attend the ceremony. And all the activities and fun times that comes afterwards.
Yeah, as much as we've seen the brutal side of England, it's nice to see the joyous side of it as well.
That's a good quote.
Yeah, and it's something we really wanted to play on in Valhalla.
Oh, she looks good.
Is not only about being a raider or warrior. I mean, there's revelry.
I like that
feasting,
fur
there's
coat she
partying
has.
that goes on.
Damn.
Like if someone knows how to party, it's a Viking.
Yeah.
And so here, this is one of our opportunities to sort of show a sort of
Chug,
Viking gathering.
chug,
And
chug,
what's cool here
chug,
is it's a
chug.
good alliance of Norse culture with Saxon culture, sort of smashing those two things together.
Oh no. She's drunk.
What's a wedding without some drunk archery, right?
Yeah, so like anything can happen in a Viking event, right? Eivor, yeah, here, just get drunk, shoot some arrows.
Ah, barely a challenge.
Steady all, and ready yourself for the wedding race. The king and his bride against all.
What? Right, mate.
See, the decision I made to spare Ruid came back to bite us.
Yep, that's the decision you made, coming back.
Cheap fuckers.
So, as we said before, all of your decisions have consequences, and this is a big one.
No, is all gonna die?
Challenge you. I accept.
No, Oswald, don't do it!
You're basically presented with the option to sort of step in for Oswald, fight the fight for him, or let him go and fight his own fight.
Yeah, personally, I chose to fight myself because I thought Eivor is the type of person who likes to finish what she started.
Plank by plank, and a dead king cannot keep his oaths. Let me finish this.
Oswald, you gutless Arya swine! I'll slay the wolf-kissed, then hang you with your own tongue.
How does this encounter with Ruid differ from our previous fight with him?
So at this point, you've eliminated his wolf, so it's just him, and so he's angry at this point, and so he will start using his big gun abilities like fairly earlier on in the fight. So it's way more vicious, way faster.
Way more vicious.
Eva's
just killing him, dude.
Literally swords blazing at
Eivor is just like slaying him with his badass axe. Oh, okay. Wow. Wow, that was a lot of damage. It's a lot weaker there. Rude looks so much weaker.
And of course here, like, this is a decision you made to go and fight him, but there's multiple outcomes to this scenario. You could have let Oswald fight his own fight, and prove basically his station as the rightful leader. If you had eliminated Rued, obviously this would not have happened. It would have been a slightly more joyous occasion. But ultimately, in all scenarios, you still have an alliance with Oswald. He's proven to be the right leader for this territory.
No, stay.
And to be a good ally for you.
Great service. I promised you an alliance, and now you have it.
And one day I will need you to make good on that alliance.
So we're about to take off from the wedding, but Eivor decides it's a good idea to check up on her friend Finner.
Yeah, so Finner is probably one of the more recurring characters in this arc. You get to meet him very early on. He's a very endearing character, sort of used to have a Viking life, sort of misses it, and going through all these adventures together is sort of like lights that fire back, and so he's willing to join you in your raiders. So he's one of many raiders that you'll encounter in the game, and you can sort of recruit, bring back home, and then have them sort of join you on your adventures on Longship. He can tell you these stories that we're telling you about. You get to know a little bit more about him. So again, it's a fun way to sort of discover more about these characters that you meet and bring them along for adventures.
Together.
I'll gather my things.
Well, folks, we've come to the end of our Assassin's Creed Valhalla playthrough.
I'm really interested in this. Very, very, very interested in this.
People play it.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla will be out on
Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5,
to Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC, and Stadia on November 7th.
Ew, Stadia. Hopefully for a Switch port. I don't have a Switch, but you know, for all those Switch users, come and get it. Up next, Hyperscape.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. My name is Eric Pope. I'm the senior community developer on Hyperscape.
That's me waving.
I'm the senior producer on Hyperscape. Hyperscape's now in its open beta phase, so you can go to Uplay and download it directly.
So a little while back, we recorded a match for you so we could walk through it moment to moment, explain what's going on throughout a match of Hyperscape. There's a lot going on with hacks, guns, the gameplay. So Graham and I are going to walk you through it right now, and I hope you'll enjoy it.
So at the start now, you'll see the insertion phase. There's the 3 of them in the squad, so they're trying to decide on where they want to go. It looks like Helios, which is one of the landmarks, is going to be one of the choices.
So all the places we're seeing on the map right now with like a name above it, that tends to be a higher loot area, would you say?
For one of the big yellow letter ones like this one, this is one of the landmarks. Landmarks tend to have higher density and higher quality loot overall.
Which also means most people will be going there, so you might have...
Usually have a few more friends if you go to a landmark. So in this case though, he's gone outside and he's found a supply crate. So he's starting to loot these instead, so he's looking for both hacks and weapons.
Hacks.
Right, so the looting phase, many folks...
I had to do a tweet there. Sorry, dudes.
Hyperscape, you do have those supply crates that you may be lucky enough to find. And what's the deal with supply crates?
Yeah, what's the deal?
Supply crates are placed around the world, so you'll hear them and then you can go and find them. And then inside them you'll find weapons and hacks. Usually you find slightly better weapons and hacks within them. Here now we've switched, so we're looking at Chimera instead. So he's in the landmark, he's in Helios now, and he's still in the looting phase. But as you can see from the red triangle up there, there's actually some friends, or not friends, in there with him just now.
Yeah, so the action gets started, okay, right here.
Yeah, so he's one-on-one, he's going with the Mammoth shotgun against
nice.
using the heal hack at the minute, which is the red circle you can see. So that player's taking extra health at that point.
Which looks like it helped him hold his ground against that mammoth.
And I believe it helped him survive at that point. There seems to be a few other players in here just now, so the combat started and then Elimination's got his first kill. Oh no, so he's just been eliminated actually.
Yeah.
So he just, he's been eliminated and he's turned into an echo now. So he's going to wait for his friends to bring him back. So he's going to go to one of these restore points, which are basically places where someone else from another squad has been eliminated. And you can be restored and brought back to life at one of those points.
So the action pretty much never stops in the game. If you're eliminated, you're not out.
You're not stuck
pretty much
in a camera with someone else. You're still playing, you can inform your squad as to what's going on, and then you can call to be restored at one of those points.
I like a lot of jumps in this.
Like you said, who ended up at Helios at the end. There's at least 3 other squads.
So we can also see when you have a teammate who needs a revive, it's called out on your...
Yeah, the green icon you can see at the side is him calling for a revive at this point.
Mad.
So Mr. Gomi's busy eliminating other players, which will cause more revive points to appear as well. This guy's low on health, so I don't think he's going to last long for that.
Okay, so I see once someone's eliminated, they drop a revive point that you can...
What you'll actually see at the minute now is both Chimera and Elimination are both echoes, so it's just Mr. Gomi by himself at present time. So can he survive this and get through?
Holy shit, this looks intense. Fuck.
There's still a few other players in here, that's for sure. So that was the slam hack he used there. So
slam hack.
He landed, he dealt some damage, and he's managed to eliminate the other player.
Yeah, he got the elimination with it, which is pretty good.
And then he's starting to bring back Chimera at this point, so he's now back into the game.
Right.
So he's got to reloot and find new weapons again, because when you are eliminated, you go back to just your melee weapon.
Okay, so you don't hold on to your gear when you get eliminated.
No.
Baton.
So this is the start of the decay you can see. So you see all these blue triangles that are appearing. This is how we basically do, map size reduction and zone reduction to bring players towards a smaller map into the center. So instead of having a circle that shrinks, we've decided to actually dissolve the map.
And is it kind of the same? Will you always know which districts are decaying first?
You can see from the map when you bring it up what's going, and you'll also see the icon when you turn on the left-hand side of the screen a second ago, which shows you where the safe area to go is. So at the top it will show you sector is closing, and then you've got the little icon of the person running with a distance against it. That tells you where to go to the next safe place.
So I see Mr. Gummy has pinged that spot to sort of regroup outside of the landmark.
We're going to take some height as well to start to be able to look for other players and to keep themselves a little bit safe. So he's seen another player, so he's starting to throw salvos at him, and probably the Skybreaker too. You see the red exclamation mark? That's basically his teammates pinging and saying, hey, there's an enemy over here.
Ooh.
And he's being shot out from behind, so there's definitely players around. You'll see him going to go high again to try and take some positional advantage to get up, because he knows there's another team on the roof up there. He doesn't want to be below them, especially not with his salvo grenade launcher.
Well, what I'm noticing is that they're doing a good job of switching from street level to the rooftops. Is that kind of a good way to approach a game of Hyperscape, to not just stay in one area?
You should really use the variety between streets, interiors, and rooftops for navigation and to keep yourself safe. Rooftops are great to see what's going on, but you're also then a target for snipe. So you really need to adjust height and interior, exterior. As you
Like it. You have to just keep switching. That's pretty cool.
So he just picked up a
Like any
golden
advantage can like be turned to a disadvantage. So that's pretty interesting. I like that.
Basically, you can have a level 5 Skybreaker, which is what he just picked up. We will fusion weapons together. So if you have a Skybreaker and you find another Skybreaker, it will go to level 2. Find another one, it will go to level 3. And what he has now, as you can see in the bottom bar there with the yellow, he has the top tier of the Skybreaker, so this does more damage. So each time you fusion something,
Oh man, holy shit, poor dude. He had no chance.
Just to loot up, to fuse up, you just need to find a duplicate of your weapon or hack.
Yeah.
Sniper. Oh, minigun.
You see though on the left, when you see the other players' names, you can see that Mr. Gomi has 2 yellow weapons and a yellow hack. So he has 2 fully fused weapons and 1 fully fused hack.
How does healing work in this game?
So healing will either work by I took damage and then I retreated and your health bar come back up, or if a player has a heal hack, which he actually does at present time, so you see that in the bottom it says heal, he can throw that on the ground and then there'll be an AoE of heal, so both you and your teammates can come into it and it will heal you.
And enemies cannot heal up in that same AoE?
They can't heal up in your AoE, but they could also use the heal hack themselves if you wish.
Cool.
So you see them now, they're starting to hunt again. I guess I've heard some other players because you can see them starting to move around, and there's a sense that they're not alone at this point. And there's a ping for an enemy, so yeah, the combat started again. So this guy finds himself in the middle of a bunch of the 3 players, so he's not in the best spot just now. And yeah, that's the end for him. So if you manage to fusion one of these hacks then again. So here you'll see the decay started. The player found himself out in the decay as it was starting. He had no cover left, so you find yourself out in the open, and they eliminated him with a Ripper at that point.
Oh damn, so that's just what the zone looks like.
And another one down for elimination. He seems to be on a roll at this point.
And now he's fully fused his sniper rifle, the Protocol V.
Still quick check, just make sure there's no one else coming in. You don't want to have someone behind you at the last minute. So there's still 5 teams left. And we'll swap back to Mr. Gomi. He's still rolling with the Skybreaker at this point.
It's worked out well for him.
Yeah. The case
Slide
to happen in this region too, so we're starting to move forward a little bit. They have a nice variety of weapons between them. You know, someone's got a salvo, there's a Skybreaker, there's a Ripper. They really split in terms of hacks and weapons, so they have a nice diverse selection in terms of game style. So you see him go up high now, he's probably going to use the Skybreaker. And he has, and that's the end for Takeshi Casualing.
Takeshi Casualing, so now you mentioned that username. You'll notice if you've been watching the feed, the usernames all seem pretty similar in this match. What's the story with that?
So this is the feature we call streamer protection. So it
yes.
allows you to anonymize who's in the game. So this is basically what you can see now. This poor player has managed to find themselves in the corner and tried to hide. Unfortunately, they've been chased in there by someone with a fully fused salvo. So that was kind of the end for them. So they've swapped now and they've gone to the Mammoth instead. So they've swapped out the shotgun. So it's quick to change your playstyle. You can easily find another weapon you like, and you can adjust based on map size, how many players are left, and continuously adjust.
And that countdown that just finished was a health kit event. What does that mean? What are these events?
So basically in the top right now, you'll see the cross, and it's kind of ticking down. So this is said that this is the time left for the health kit event. basically every match there will be cards played which change what happens in the match. So this was the health kit event. There's things like low gravity 2, which projects up in the air and you can jump over.
And are these just random, or are players triggering these events somehow?
So there's two different ways this happens. So there's a game master, Grace, who plays them in this case. Or if there's a streamer in the game, the streamer's viewers will get the chance to vote for which one they want to see. So it'll pop up, there'll be 3 different options, and then whichever gets the highest number of votes will be the one that's played in the game. So viewers are directly impacting the streamers.
That's through the Crowncast extension.
It's through the Crowncast Twitch extension. So here you see that you got caught in the decay then and fell through the building, so trying to move back in. There's only 3 teams left now, so we're starting to get towards a smaller map size, so it's going to become chaotic shortly. And they're just on the edge of this landmark. A red tiger, so they're heading up. Here you'll see at the top it says crown appears in 10 seconds. So basically you have a crown that spawns in the wall. If a player grabs the crown and manages to hold onto it for 45 seconds, you will win that game through what we call crown victory. The only downside to that is once you've picked up the crown, everyone can see where you are and everyone's going to chase you.
So yeah, he's got the crown, the countdown is on. As soon as, if he were to get eliminated, it would drop and that countdown would go away, right?
Yes, and then whoever picks it up next, that person, the countdown will start again for them.
And that's only one of the 2 ways you can win a match of Hyperscape, right?
Yeah, you can win via the crown if you want to take it and maneuver. This is why you'll see the really high up to own the higher space, or you can eliminate all the other teams.
You could sneak around and grab that crown and survive.
If you use your hacks well and you use your movement and hide a lot, then yeah, you can possibly grab the crown, get to the end, and then win via a crown victory.
Wow. There it is. A screen I'll never see.
Yay!
All right, well, that was just one match of the frenetic, fast-paced game, Hyperscape, that we are both very lucky to work on. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching UbiForward in this post-show. As we mentioned before, the game's available right now in open beta on PC. Just go to Uplay to download it. And we're also thrilled to be taking part in the Twitch Rivals event, with the information appearing magically on the screen below us. So Graham, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Eric. Have a good day.
And we'll see you in the Hyperscape.
Thank you. Yay! That was it. Damn. Hot diggity. Hot diggity. Hot diggity. Hot diggity. Hot diggity. See what? Everyone's like doing hashtag can't log in, uninstalling Uplay. I get to have a raid cat to battle. Yes. So, without further ado, guys, thank you guys for watching me watch that entire stream. That was very interesting, very interesting indeed. That's good Valhalla, man. Very cool. Watch Dogs Legion looks really fantastic. Really can't wait to actually get my hands on that. I actually really do want to get get my hands on that one. Elite Squad. That looks really interesting. I know it has a very cartoony style like Fortnite, but I don't know, man. It's a pretty nice crossover of Ubisoft games. I'll dig it. 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 So anyways, guys, without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.